Hey, hi, it's me, Misty. I'm not going to make any more videos on 1800Dustbunny after this because they genuinely thrive off the negativity and attention they get from the shit they do, and I don't want to indulge in that. I don't want to feed that mindset that Dustbunny has, so yeah. The people who are most targeted by Dustbunny are Kitty and Blonde Threat. Others include Brat Blush, Mossy Grapes, Mothic, Yixie Pie, and Hosh My Poshes. All of this shit kind of started back in 2020 to 2021. This is when Kitty was main inspiration to Dustbunny due to their art. Dustbunny would then start talking to Kitty, and it was on Tumblr mostly, I think, but they pretty much asked a bunch of uncomfortable questions towards Kitty, which led to them getting blocked. And instead of realizing that they obviously trespassed some sort of boundary when it came to their conversations, Dustbunny made a fucking hate server. In this hate server, Dustbunny manipulated and gathered people. In this server, Kitty's art and many personal real-life photos were gathered and made fun of. Every little thing Kitty did was made fun of. Literally everything you can think of. Something insignificant as a fucking Splatoon post was made of. But what really is fucking disturbing is how much real-life pictures were gathered in this Discord to be commented on. When making fun of Kitty or her boyfriend, they would often joke about hurting Kitty or murdering them. Anything that pretty much was unhinged, they did it. And I know some people will make these jokes, but it's normally with people they're comfortable with, not about someone. Another prevalent thing in this server was fucking racism. Dustbunny and the other server members often made fun of Kitty and her boyfriend's race, that being Japanese. Firstly, accusing him of lying about his race, saying that he's not actually Japanese and that they need proof. Which, who the fuck are you to say shit like that? There was no reason for them to instigate that shit at all. They were just being petty and weird as hell. I don't even know how you come up with that type of shit. How do you deny someone of their own race for no reason, based on fucking speculation? They would then go on and say how a tsunami in Japan was deserved, obviously alluding to his race still. Who the fuck hurt y'all? Who genuinely hurt y'all this bad for you to be this petty against someone for blocking you, so you go on a fucking racist rant?
Nah, K-pop boys like the weakest, saddest excuses for men. They're just girls at that point, laughable. I guess the wind could knock them over. They'd never win a fight. Cis men just laugh at them because they're so fragile and girly. Do you ever have fun? Your whole life is just trying to be obsessively good at everything. OCD, bro. Good looks don't last forever, by the way. Relying on your looks is such a stupid thing to do. Old and wrinkly if you ever make it to old age. Jokes and energy drinks. Also, LMAO. Kitty being like, leave my boyfriend alone. She's so pathetic.
Also, those accounts to the side of that screenshot were alts either made by Bunny or people in that server. And Blonde Thread is Kitty's boyfriend, and it literally says Blonde Thread is a freak. They were not, like, what the fuck? If anything, Dust really encouraged this type of racist behavior in their server, and I just don't even know what to fucking say, because they've never apologized for this shit ever. They've never apologized, and they failed to acknowledge it. And it's dumb, because if they're refusing to grow, why would people not hold you accountable for the shit you've done to people, or said privately? Brad would soon start just straight up fucking lying about shit, than just stalking. Kitty's boyfriend had a cat who ate a rat, and its body was mutilated because of it. If you know a cat or have a cat, this shit is not uncommon at all. And I'm pretty sure they didn't even have any legitimate proof against this either. And they admitted they lied about it. They admitted they lied to Kitty and still continued with this stupid bullshit. They know what they did was wrong. They even said they'll be okay with any type of punishment regarding like call-out post or explaining what actually happened. Not like them saying sorry even matters at this point, because they still continue to enable stupid ass claims like this. They still claim these people are either zoophiles or pseudo-sadists with no proof whatsoever. And when they don't take any type of effort to correct misinformation. If Bunny does not like you, they will not attempt to save your image at all, even if it's a downright fucking lie. Dustbunny, you are not making it easier on yourself when you pull shit like this. You are taking advantage of people's kindness and patience when you apologize to them and then go back and backstab them multiple times. No one wants to be manipulated into thinking you changed and then you pull some bullshit like this again. Kitty tried to rebrand herself to pretty much distance herself away from the situation. And it's a shame because no one should ever have to distance themselves this bad to where they have to make a complete rebrand because they keep on getting harassed. Brat would be even weirder about this by soon copying everything Kitty did publicly too. When it came to their account, they mimicked their OCs, their boyfriend's OC, the style of videos, everything. Brat confirmed themselves that this was their intention privately, and often made the narrative that they were just being attacked wrongfully for having a similar character as Kitty. Which really annoys me because that's a legitimate argument. People get harassed all the time for having a similar character to someone else's, and it is a genuine coincidence. You are taking advantage of this concept and morphing it into a way where you won't be held accountable for your actions. They'll attempt to make you look like you're overreacting if you even bring it up, despite it being pretty obvious. You literally took Kitty's OC and just changed the skin tone, which I will get into your own image. It's nothing different about these OCs, and you did this multiple times. When Dustbunny was copying Kitty publicly, they altered Kitty's OC to be paler due to the difference in skin tones. Kitty's OCs was based on them in real life, which is why they are tanner, and Dustbunny paled their skin out to represent Dustbunny themselves. Now, I'm not gonna assume what race Dustbunny is, but if you have to go that far to change the skin tone of someone else's OC, you can just make your own fucking OC. Dustbunny, you can draw. Regardless of where you get your inspiration from, you have the ability to make your own OCs. Why don't you just do that? If it's that serious, just make your own OC. Kitty's OC is not exclusive in its design. There's many OCs that look like Kitty, but the issue is you have a history of trying to harass this person and intentionally copied photos of them in real life, comparing yourself to them. Dustbunny, you tried pulling some slick shit and thought that trying to copy Kitty could be some only accusational thing when there's legitimate proof of you doing this. And it's almost suffocating to have to try and explain the situation because from an outside perspective, it looks like it was just a coincidence. It genuinely looks like, maybe this person just had a similar OC, but when you actually get into it and realize that no, this is a case of stalking, it's like, no shit, people aren't just accusing you. People aren't harassing you and stalking you, Dustbunny. They're holding you accountable. It's already disrespectful enough what they said about Japanese people, especially Japanese men, but the fact that you went and whitewashed somebody's OC on top of that is fucking crazy. This subject goes over the distribution of CP. I'm gonna try my best to be respectful about this topic, and if you were affected by this person, I am genuinely sorry. Dustbunny was in a relationship with someone known as Trenton. Trenton, at the age of 14, blackmailed Bear, who was 16. Trent shared their nudes publicly because he was rejected. He got these nudes from Bear's ex, who was also extremely abusive. As Trenton became older, they continued this behavior of revenge porn of underage girls, and even as a full grown-ass adult has never apologized, even saying they think they were in the right. This isn't some fucking alleged claims either. This is real. There's proof, genuine proof, a whole doc on this dude, and I'm going to link it. Trenton has had the police called on him. People have contacted his parents to get him to acknowledge his behavior. Trent has backed off only when the police were called. This shit involves a legal case. It's not just alleged. While Dustbunny was with Trenton, they knew of this behavior and all of his actions and outright defended him multiple times. While doing this, they harassed and belittled his victims and often downplayed their trauma. Dustbunny and Trent made accounts together to defend themselves. They knew what they were doing. Dustbunny even gave Trent access to their main accounts, which was fucking stupid because this dude can easily talk to minors, people who he has shared nude photos of online. He is a genuine danger online. He has multiple cases against him. And Bear tried to inform Dustbunny about this, if anything. After Bear tried to confront Dustbunny about how that behavior was destructive and shit, instead of being understanding and leaving his ass, Dustbunny basically blamed Bear for the nudes being sent and leaked out. Trent got these nudes from Bear's ex, who is mainly at fault for this shit, and they were never directly sent to Trent himself. And regardless, that will never justify having your nudes leaked on any site like that at any age, especially a fucking child. And I'm gonna try to ignore how fucking mad that makes me, but Dustbunny calling someone a fucking pedophile for shit they did not even do. What the fuck is wrong with you? That was a child who was exploited by two people. And you're acting like they were some 20-year-old sending nude photos to children. If anything, Dustbunny, you should have held Trent accountable for his actions and tried to distance yourself from him because he was destructive. He did not stop his weird revenge porn behaviors either. That continued while they were in a relationship. Dustbunny, if you notice shit that you talk about in your videos, like how being a zoophile is bad or being a pedophile is bad, why the fuck are you defending one? Why are you trying to downplay their actions this whole time? Why are you harassing victims? You are genuinely so fake, it's infuriating. You don't give a flying shit about victims. You literally just use the narrative of being a victim yourself to not take any accountability for your actions. It's disgusting because you give off this image as if you're going to be here to protect the children. You're here to make sure nobody's going to be attacked by these zoophiles or pedophiles, and here you fucking go, enabling one. Regardless if someone is a child or an adult, partaking in revenge porn is traumatic for the victim. It is horrifying for the victim. And then you gaslight the victims on top of that. You're insulting to anyone who has ever been exploited or groomed online. You have such a fake personality of seeming to care about these situations, yet you don't care. You don't care about anybody. You don't care. You don't care. Until shit hits the fan, you don't care. And every time someone tries to bring up Dustbunny's actions or her past, Dustbunny will direct the narrative into their favor, no matter what. This is why so many people are confused. Dustbunny will lie constantly, just claim things with no context or proof to construe the story into their favor just every single time. Dustbunny will gain sympathy, and they're still doing that to just not acknowledge any of the shit they've done. Almost all of Dustbunny's and Trenton's victims have moved on with their lives. They do not want to be involved with Dustbunny anymore. They are trying to keep low profile from that situation, if anything, because they're tired of being harassed. They're tired of being lied about. They're still being lied about, but they moved on. Dustbunny, you need to fucking move on. You need to apologize and move on. You need to grow up. And Dustbunny will not hesitate to defame you if you try to call him out. They will either delete your comments, call you a zoophile just for the hell of it, or something else that's super ludicrous. It's nothing. They have no hesitation to spread misinfo about someone who they deem is threatening their online presence. Most of the victims, again, have stopped trying to either get involved or really defend themselves because it gets tiring. Dustbunny will take all of the victims that they've basically accumulated all of the years, put a battle label on them by calling them a zoophile, a pseudo-sadist, or a pedophile, and then have people go and attack those victims when in reality, you're just mad that you got called out for your shit. Dustbunny, you need to take accountability. You need to stop coming up with this narrative about people that are stalking you and attacking you relentlessly when that's what you did to others. You need to acknowledge all of the shit you did with proof of your claims if anything happened to you as well. And I would say apologize, but the last time you did, you didn't even mean it. You took advantage of people's kindness, and now likely they won't even believe you anymore. They've given up. At this point, it's just you need to come to terms with yourself or what you're going to do with your online career. Are you actually going to own to the shit you did and grow up, or just keep on making these fake claims about people so you don't have to worry about people on your back? It's sad because I don't want that to be the case, but you genuinely brought this on yourself. You brought a lot of this on yourself. You had chances to correct your behavior. People gave you chances to correct your behavior and you refused to do so. You did all this shit to make people dislike you and not want to even communicate with you, not want to be affiliated with you. All this shit you did, and you're surprised people actually are holding you accountable? People are being nice in your Toy House video for not straight up calling you names. You're saying people are harassing you? No, they're criticizing you. They're holding you accountable. Harassment and accountability are not the same thing, Dustbunny. If anything, you've been deleting comments acknowledging the shit you've done. Your reason for it is super stupid too. You literally just say, oh, it's my house. I get to make all my reels. No, you fucking don't. Dustbunny, you don't own fucking YouTube. And as sad as it sounds, you don't own the entirety of your channel either. You can get your videos taken down, comments disabled, shit, everything can happen to your channel, and you're being super irresponsible about it by just making disinformation videos about people. And you think you can just control the narrative, but no, you fucking can't. People see right through your teeth. We can see all the shit you're doing, and it's dumb. You can get sued for the shit you say, dude. Also, here's like everybody else that Dustbunny has traced. So yeah, here you go. Blush has been a target of Dustbunny for a super long time. Dustbunny will just constantly steal Brat Blush's OCs, and they're super shameless about it. Brat Blush has tried to have a proper conversation about it by saying how they don't feel comfortable about their OCs being stolen like this, and they just didn't get any type of mature response at all. They've not only just straight up stolen their OCs, but they've traced Brat Blush's artwork and then posted it as a pay-to-use base, which, yeah, that's not only stealing, but that's fucking scamming. Here's the comparison of OCs. Dustbunny's OCs will be on the left and Brat Blush's are on the right. Brat Blush has often tried to block Dustbunny and blacklist them from really interacting with them, but Dustbunny will either make an all account or have people send OCs to them. At one point, their boyfriend or ex, Trenton, I mentioned earlier, he was the one liking Brat Blush's content, and it was pretty obvious that he was using that to get OCs. And Dustbunny would likely go on to use that as a way to see OCs from Brat Blush without having to, make an account. And also, I'm gonna add that Dustbunny also ripped off Brat Blush's name hard. Their Twitter is called Brat Bunny, and it's super ironic.
Images that Brat Blush has shown me, I overlaid them, and you can clearly see, with the crotch as an anchor point, I have not traced a single thing. You're delusional.
This argument is stupid because in some parts you can genuinely see that they're the exact same. We can see that, first of all, but you can easily trace something and alter it just so you can call it different. That's not new at all.
Creating a character and saying I've stolen it somehow, and it's really unprofessional. I tried doing everything I could to please you.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Brat was just a persona, but apparently you really are, a brat. The gradient map thing to help balance the colors out, right? You don't own everything, and I really think you need to get your head out of your ass.
Maybe when you wipe that hot shit off your face, you'll realize how stupid this argument is. You don't have to copy a character pixel by pixel for it to be obviously, either traced or overly referenced. That's how people get away with tracing all the time, by just altering something super small and getting away with it by saying it's a coincidence. It's definitely real coincidence out there with similar poses that's obvious, but you know what you're doing.
No! Fortnite balls all in your face. Hey!
This is Kitty's OC. This is Dustbunny's OC. This is Kitty's OC. This is Dustbunny's OC. This is Kitty's OC. This is Dustbunny's OC. And if it isn't obvious enough, Dustbunny will just take multiple different things from different OCs from the same artist and kind of just mash it up into this little hybrid. It's so blatantly obvious, I don't know how you couldn't see it. It's just Kitty's Sona but white. That design has absolutely nothing changed from it. It's just Kitty's but white with a pink bow tie. Same pose and everything, bro, come on. Be honest with me. If I didn't label these, could you tell who was who? Bruh, look at this evil ass mug she got too. What the fuck? She knows her purpose in life is to piss someone off. They also copied their boyfriend's Sona, which, be completely honest with me right now. Tell me this OC right here isn't a mashup of these two. And the thing is, nobody would really care, but the fact that you're stalking this person and making this personal attack intentionally, you're being weird for that. This isn't just a simple case of OCs looking similar. You are literally trying to take everything you can from this person without being called out for it. Dustbunny's OC is just straight up Mothic's character right here. It's no comparison. It's just the same thing. And I want to say doing things like referencing or taking inspiration from people is not a bad thing. I do not want people to get that from this message. It's the intentions behind of Dustbunny and what they're trying to do. Dustbunny isn't just posting art just to have fun. They're basically making personal attacks on people with this kind of art, saying, I'm still watching you. I'm still stalking you. I can literally look at everything you have on your page no matter what. And even if you tell me to stop, I will continue to do so no matter what, even though you literally have me blacklisted on your page. And from the outside perspective or without context, it just looks like a normal post with normal art and nothing to really go crazy about. But when you really look into the situation and realize this person has a history of harassing people, manipulating them, and sending and making up lies about people, yeah, it is an issue. basically confronted Dustbunny at one point, and Dustbunny decided to just make a whole stream based on either deflecting Yixie Pie's points and being a dick about it.
How this works, and you can't copyright clothing, fucking Rachel. like same. I don't care if the clothing is the same. We're talking about the fucking characters. If you guys don't know what character, I'm sorry. So everyone in this conversation though, you're all going to go ahead and argue with me that fucking Vixie owns sweaters and coats now. Are you all that fucking stupid? I'm sorry. You guys are fucking dumb. If that's the case, Yixie stole from my character made back when I was 5 years old wearing a goddamn sweater. You guys are fucking dumb if that's your argument. Their characters are just rabbits that happen to get high. Who fucking cares? You guys understand? I'm only doing this because fucking Vixie is the one with the private account wanting to fucking complain privately. If she has a problem, she can come into the chat anytime now. Fucking DMs are open any day, boys. And guess what? If she really wants to argue this, she shouldn't be a fucking coward and show why she's arguing this. Because this is her argument. She's upset with Max being more popular than she is by apparently profiting off of her character.
Shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga.
Okay, but yeah, anyway, this is the stuff they pretty much traced. That one is obvious, and that one's not that bad. It's really just a reference. I wouldn't lose my shit about that one, but yeah, with context, it's like, the fuck. Hosh's OC to the right is a Hotel Transylvania OC, and Brat basically just straight up copied the design from here, but also they've copied other designs from Hosh as well. So, yeah.
Designated dumbass, food, where? Probs can't count over 50, has no idea what's going on.
Girl, how the fuck you gonna get a whole ass Venn diagram of you stealing from people? And it's people who we have proof you stolen from. Bitch, you got the tail, you got the ears and shit, you got the, oh my god. This is the biggest fuck you I have ever seen to multiple artists at the same time. Holy shit.